What's going on, guys, and welcome to a new series. Now, this is going to be a franchise mode, but with a twist, as you might have seen from the title. This is called the Glass Cannon Strategy, and what that means is basically you try to build a team that's purely offensive. So, snipers, playmakers, offensive defensemen. Now, there are some gray areas, such as two-way defensemen, power forwards, and two-way forwards. Now, the only way those are permissible is if they have very, very high offensive stats, like way above their, the defensive stats. That's the only way power forwards, two-way forwards, is also two-way defensemen are permissible. No defensive defensemen, no enforcer defensemen, no grinders, no enforcers. So it's you're going for pure offense type thing. That guy's name is awesome. Anyway, so yeah, like someone like Paul Carey, and I think in the bottom six, since like the two-way forwards, unless they're like this guy maybe you can get away with because he has sort of good offensive stats for him, but for the bottom six, mainly you want to stick with snipers and playmakers because those are, for a fact, those are offensive-driven players. Anyway, that's the general gist of it. Now, what we do here from the very start, we have a 3-year grace period where we don't have to have all offensive players for the first 3 years. The rebuild itself, I would calculate it by the test run last night, is going to take about 5 years to really be to a point where you're like sort of getting competitive again. So it's a very, very much a slower process than normal. Usually I could rebuild a team in about 2 or 3 years and make them competitive again. But this one is going to take about 5 years of solid drafting just because it's a complete overhaul. So what we want to do initially is trade most of these guys like Zibanejad, all the main guys, the guys that have good value. You want to start trading them off and you want to start collecting value. And also another point of doing that is to try to exploit the game in a certain way, and not exploit in like a bad way, but use the game mechanics such as trying to get people's statistical growth, trying to have certain guys have really good seasons so they get, grow a lot and then have inflated value. You can trade them off, like guys who might not necessarily have great seasons. Now that we did it a bit last night, and we were getting some nice statistical growth. We got Aaron Dell up to an 85 overall from statistical growth, and all of a sudden we're able to get a first round pick for him. So that's what this is about. It's all about, kind of trying to cheese the game that loves to cheese me. So I hope you guys got a general idea of what it is. Let's get to the fun part. Let's start blowing up the New York Rangers and collecting some picks here. So obviously Lundqvist, you can't really hold on to that guy. He's got to go. Should have some good value on him. Same with McDonough. I always do that. I always go to picks first. So it doesn't have a lot of value on him. But we don't want to necessarily use that contract. And now we'll probably go with these two guys as our goalies, Pavelec and Mazanek. I mean, why not? We're trying to tank, basically. These two guys can fill in the AHL for now. I might check free agency to see if there's some stuff available that I might want to pick up, even to flip for assets. But all right, let's see. Any team interested in Lundqvist? Yes. Vancouver's interested in Lundqvist, as is the Blues, as are the Flyers. Oh, a lot of teams right here. Ottawa. All right. A few teams here interested. Who else? Anyone lower on here? Doesn't look. Oh, Avalanche. Oh, Avalanche can actually have it. The only problem is they probably don't want to give up their picks, and those picks will most likely be too high value to take back. Yeah, most likely be way too high value. Plus, if I give them that goalie, that actually probably be good because they got some good young talent here. Well, I might go for one of those in-between teams. The teams. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, yeah, they have Fleury. That's right. So, Vancouver. What can I do? What goalies do you have? Okay, you still have Markstrom. Okay, weird. You have Markstrom and Nilsson. They'll probably trade one of them off, but they want this. I don't know if they're still listed as a rebuilder. Yeah, they are, but I might be able to get that first for him. I doubt it, but we're going to try it anyway. Yeah, no, value on the table's too far off. So, again, I think I'd rather go for a team that's kind of like someone kind of like St. Louis. Now, we'd have to take back a lot of cap because they can't, and I'm not going to retain on 4 years. That's for sure. So, we'd have to take back cap here. But, yeah, we can get a couple first. I know St. Louis is generally a good team, but Lundqvist he's not as hot an item. I might even be able to get 3. No, no way I get 3. They have too many they have too many goalies. Oh, I can't even get 2. Unfortunate. I was hoping I'd be able to get 2 here, but we'll see. We'll see what we can get here. They have too many goalies, so we'd have to take back a goalie at least. Is any goalie making a stupid amount of money that shouldn't? No, not really. Yeah, they're usually pretty good about their goalies. I don't really want any of them, though. Damn. Well, we could always trade seconds from these first couple years, so let's see. Alright, I'll just take back someone. Pilka, I guess I could take back. He's got 3 years left. I don't want 3 years left. They want to give him up, so that helps. But let's try to get back Binnington. Yeah, they'd be over the cap. We still have to take back a lot of salary. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Unless they have a player like that. That's the only problem with this. It's going to take quite a bit. No, they don't really have a player making a lot of money. So this is not really an option. We have to find someone with money to take him back. Which is pretty difficult because all the teams that want him. The only team that was like that. Or we could send him somewhere that doesn't need him. But that's kind of mean. Not that I care. We're just trying to blow up the team here. Like the Avalanche would kind of make sense. But again, they didn't want to give up their picks. So it's pretty hard. Carolina would also make sense. Again, don't want to give up picks, but it might be the safest option that we got. So, actually, that pick should have obtainable value. That should be obtainable there. Let's try that straight up. Lundqvist for their first. Not quite. Mate, what about next year's? I wouldn't mind next year's first. I don't know if the value looks pretty similar, but sometimes they're a little less. Yeah, no, still not. Okay, well, I still want the first pick, so we'll try to throw in a second or a third, something to help make this go through. First year later picks are not that great, so let's chuck in a third. Lundqvist in the third to try to get that first. And if I'm doing that, I want to get later stuff. I'm not from these 2 years. Start getting it from this year, like the 5, 6, and a 7 from 2020. Let's try that out. That could work. Not quite. Value in the table's too far off. We'll start removing picks here. Remove the 5. Just a bit low. Okay, so we could easily get that 7, I think. Let's try to get another 7 from the year after. Again, this is going to be about a 5-year rebuild, so all these picks will be worth a lot. Not quite. Okay, so let's just try to get the 1-7 maybe. Okay, still can't. Well, I'll just take the first then. Yeah, we'll take the first. We'd have to call someone up, but won't worry about that quite yet. We'll just best roster and best lines everything until our team is good and blown up. Yeah. Trading away star player. They got a lot better with that trade. You saw that pick, how it just decreased in value? I don't think they should. I don't know. They could be a decent team, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Now, McDonough, I want to get like multiple picks for the dude, which we should be able to get. 2 years left. He's got on a really good price. Yeah, it is a good price. All right. Ooh, now Vegas wants this guy. This is a great because Vegas, I don't think will still be good with this. Yeah, they have James Neal, but really, what do they have besides that? Not really much, especially on the offensive end of things. They actually have I think they have a decent, no, they don't even have a good defense. The only thing good about them is their goaltender. And that's it. So, all right. They don't want to give it the picks, but I think I can get 2 firsts from them. It's very close, but I think I should be able to swing this. I can retain on this because it's only 2 years. We will need to spend money. So, let's see if they accept it first off. They don't. The value's just a bit low. I bet you with retention I could save it. And I'm not too fussed about retaining 2 years for this guy because again we're gonna need to spend money in these couple of years. So let me try to retention and see if that'll give it to 2 firsts. Not quite. Okay, well let's remove the retention then if I don't have to, because it will give them more room to get players in free agency just in case there's guys there. I don't want to help them out too much, you know. I still want them to be a bad team. They have plenty of cash though anyway. All right, anyway, let's see. I could throw the second in there, but I'd want other stuff back. Let's say the third from next year first. McDonough in a third from next year from 2 fours, for 2 firsts, sorry. And then, again, oh, never mind, that's the wrong year. And let's try to get 5, 6, and 7 from 2020. That'll work. All right, cool. So we're starting to bank up on picks now. McDonough, that's a big one to give, that's a lot of value. You got 3 firsts this year, 2 firsts next year. We're starting off well. Yeah, that Carolina pick just dropped in value. Ah, damn, I was hoping Zibanejad had a bit more value than this. But here's a good thing. He's got 5 years left. That's actually a pretty good price, but here's where you want to start strategizing, I guess you could say, for the future. Unfortunately, Minnesota doesn't want him, but I could force it through. I could take back someone who has like 1 year left with a lot of money, which is kind of no one. Ennis, they want to give up Ennis for, yeah, the unfortunate, well, 2 years, that won't really affect him for the picks I'm going after. So, all right, they can get rid of Ennis anyway. Let's take back Ennis here, and I'll show you why I'm doing this. So I want to give him a contract that they can't really move because the Suter and Parise contracts are terrible. They're 33. You got to wait like 2 years. For this guy, we want their later picks. We don't want these ones. We want these ones, 2020 and 21, because that's when they should start being a shit team. 20 and 21. That's what we want for someone like Zibanejad. Lock him into like a 5 years of that, so they have to pay him that 5 mil for it. It's another center, which they kind of have an abundance of. And they have those Suter and Parise contracts. Parise is terrible right now already, but Suter will start declining. He's 30, he's 33. No, sorry, he's 32, but he should be turning 33 because they're both 34 around the same time. And they're both on like crazy, horrible deals. So after 2 years, they should start declining. And the team should start being worse, and we're getting 2 of their picks. So that's the goal, at least. It's more of a risky move, yes, but that's the goal. So I will also grab some more later stuff, maybe from the year after, although 2020 might still want to, if they're going to, yeah, we might want to get them earlier. 6 and a 7. Let's try 5 and a 6 first from 2020. Let's see. Zibanejad taking back Ennis. I wish I could make him retain him, but I can't. And then for 2 firsts, and then a 5 and a 6 from year 2020. Yes, indeed. Sweet. Okay, I guess I could have got more, but oh well. Still got a decent chunk. Now we have 3 firsts, 2 firsts, and then for the next 2 years, we're going to have 2 firsts each as well. So we're starting off good. This is, now that I kind of know what I'm doing now. Last year, I was kind of, last night, kind of feeling it out, but now I know what I'm doing here. So Shattenkirk probably want to move as well. He's got, ooh, that would have been a good one as well to send to Minnesota. 4 years left on that deal. Can I send that their way as well? 4 years, that'd be a lot for them to pay. It'd make him a good team. And actually, Shattenkirk's still young enough to not decline. It locks him into a contract, sure, but he's pretty solid. That could actually backfire. Same with Zibanejad could technically backfire, but the thing about him was he was a center, and they have like so many centers that, yeah, sure, they could play some on the wing, but yeah. All right, now we will need to spend some money, so we got to be careful about that. We can use free agency for that, so that's not a big deal. Zuccarello, I might hold on to him just to see if I can get him statistical growth. There's a few of those guys I think I'd hold on to try to get statistical growth. A lot of these guys are it, but Shattenkirk, I think he's got to go. I don't know if 85 would get statistical growth. He might. If he has like a really, really solid offensive year, if we have like one solid line, like the first line, he might get statistical growth. I might hold off on that. But again, I do want to have a trash year. Nash I want to get rid of for something if I can. Who wants him? Who wants a rental Nash? I just want like some kind of a pick back for him. Doesn't even have to be a good pick. I just don't want Rick Nash on my team ever. Okay, these guys want Rick Nash. They're a contender. It'd be great to trade him to a champion. Then I could take back a first, maybe. But that's not enough. Hold on. Champion, and these guys want him. Okay, well, that can't... it's low enough, but... Nah, it's not really. Plus, we'd have to retain or something, which wouldn't... This isn't a terrible idea, but... Sharks want Rick Nash. We can make this work, maybe. If I do that and then retain... That might entice him to accept it. I know it's going to be a later first, but Sharks can struggle sometimes in this first year. I might want to do it for the next year, though, since they want to give that one up as well. Since guys like Jumbo may decline a bit. Yeah, hold on. Let's try from the year after. I mean, it looks very skewed, so I'd probably still have to check. Yeah, okay, too far off. But again, at this point, I could give later stuff for this year, and it doesn't matter because later picks in this year absolutely suck. So I could throw in a bunch of those, which wouldn't be a terrible idea. 4, 5, and a 6 from this year. Let's see if that gets us any closer. Nah, too far off still. Okay, well, probably not going to be able to get a first then in this case. If that's not going through, I'd have to chuck in a second, which I'm not completely opposed to. I would rather not, but I will. I'll chuck in a second then. And then I'll take back a bunch of later stuff from the next couple years. Maybe at this point I want to go to 21 because they'll probably be bad by then, hopefully. That's what you bank on at least. Let's try a 4, 5, 6, and 7 though from there. Let's see that. Nash in a second for a first from next year and then a bunch of junk picks from 21. There we go. All right. So I'm okay with that. I'm very much okay with that. 3 firsts, 3 firsts. 2 firsts, and then I still got 2 firsts. And we can still collect more from that area. Yeah, we're looking good and tanky right now. So I might hold on to some of these other guys. Like, I still might hold on to Shattenkirk. Because as he's only 85 overall, if he has a really good year, he could get statistical growth. And then his value would shoot up. Same with Zuccarello. A lot of these guys I want to hold on to for that. For just that. getting him, try to get him like really big offensive years and get statistical growth out of him. We'll have to see what happens, but I think I'm going to hold on to some of these other guys. Same with Shea, because he's red elite if he goes up in value. If he goes up in overall, just that value increases. But mostly, we're building exclusively through the draft as well. Mostly. I mean, later, after the 5-year mark, yeah, we may, make some trades and free agency pickups for some stuff. But mostly, I want to build entirely through drafting. So that's the goal here. And I think that's enough trades for now. Yeah. Oh, another thing. The simulation is all going to be done on calendar screen. I will be turning injuries on for the playoffs, but the sim will be only in calendar screen. So we don't have to deal with 2 different sim types. Because as we already kind of knew, but as was really proven in my Ottawa Twitch series, a team that was like the best team I've ever built somehow would always get second round exited. Until I started the sim on the calendar screen, and then we made it to the Stanley Cup 2 years in a row. That's not a coincidence. All right, anyway. So I think we're good for now. Let me check these lines. I know we actually kind of need to spend money, so let me sign someone to help boost up. Actually, oh yeah, there's a couple guys in here I want to sign. Yeah, Hoodler, some of these offensive guys. Even maybe, again, will just retire, though. Hoodler won't retire, and he can get statistical growth after a really good season. So we have 22 mil to spend. I'm just going to offer this guy a lot. Like, I can offer, well, 15's the max, so let's not do that because he'll actually decline that. Let's give him like 14.5 for a year. That'll be fine. And anyone else here? How's Toulouse? He's a sniper. Decent offensive stats. Yeah, let me grab Toulouse. Let's grab Toulouse as well for not as much, obviously, but let's just get him. We'll get him for like 3 mil or something for a year. All right. We'll grab these 2 guys because these guys can all have potential to get statistical growth with decent seasons, so we'll see about that. Desprez, I did trade away a defenseman. I don't know if I could really pick him up. He doesn't really grow, and he doesn't get statistical. He's not good enough for statistical growth, so I'm not going to bother with that. Everything else, same kind of story. And the goal is to tank, so we're not really going to pick up a goalie or anything like that. Nope. All right. So there you go. Let's pick up these couple free agents, and for the most part, I'm not going to even worry about lines right now. I'll put certain guys that I think I want in certain places, but I'm not going to be min-maxing. We're trying to tank. That's the goal here. Scout. Okay, let's start sending out the scout. Do 3 and 3 here, and wait for these free agents to sign here while we're going through preseason. Come on. There they go. We got Hoodler and we got Toulouse. There we are, and we should be spending enough money at this point as well to not run into any issues when we want to move guys up and down. So here we go. We got Tyler Ennis back here. Yeah, we're going to have some weird guys everywhere, but here's where it can get fun. Okay, hold on. Let me best lines. Is it going to have... Okay, it doesn't have those guys here. All right, well, I need to move them down. Let's see. Let's fix this roster a bit. Yeah, Toulouse and Hoodler got to come up. Toulouse and Hoodler got to come up. Send one guy down. Is it a forward or a defenseman? It's going to be a forward. So, probably carry... Well, hold on. What are they listed as? Fast is listed as depth, so I might want to play him. But he is freaking 70. He is already 25, so no, let's not worry about that. This guy's trash, pretty much completely. As is Carey, and he ain't getting much better. We'll send down Carey, I guess. There we go. Bring those 2 guys up. Oh, we can send down another... Oh, I didn't even... Let's go send down Carey and Neves if we want. He's not going to really have space on this team anyway. How many centers are we going to have at that point, though? That's a good question. Not many. Not going to really have guys, but whatever. Don't need to have centers. Centers are overrated. Okay, so now I'm just going to best line things. And then from there, see if we could have like one line have a really good year. Yeah, I want Miller up. Darnay can be here fine. Grabner. He's playing center. Who's got decent face-offs? Any of these guys? Yeah, Hoodler kind of does. I might play Hoodler second line. Yeah. And I'm going to put this guy in this position right there. Want to see who can have good years here. That's basically what I'm trying to do. And I will hold on to Shattenkirk. Yeah, Shea. I'll play Shea in the top pairing. We'll see if we can just boost him up somehow. And yeah, we'll keep all these trash guys in here because why not? All right, and I don't know if I said it already, but there's a 3-year grace period. I think I did in the beginning, but just to reiterate, we're allowed to have defensive type players on our roster for the first 3 years, and then after that, we actually have to start implementing the offensive players only. But there's a small turnover period, and since the rebuild is longer, I decided to make that about 3 years, and I think that's fair because it allows you to kind of get enough drafted players, hopefully good drafted players, to be able to at least put into roles. So that's the goal here. Anyway, this team's looking pretty shit, which is good. I'm hoping we just want to see statistical growth. That's what we're going after. Guys like, Miller, Zuccarello, maybe even Hoodler, but a lot of these guys, we want to see if they can have statistical growth so that we can, move them. But our goalie situation is terrible, and that's what we like. All right, AHL, probably just best lines them as well. Now, there's a couple guys that we want to make sure that are playing. One of them's Elias Anderson. He's way down here. I don't like that. This guy's top 9. He's pretty good. Yeah, I don't want Elias Anderson all the way down there. This guy can go down there. He's trash. So there we go. We'll do something like that. Make sure that no one's sitting who actually has room to grow here. Just because, again, even though you're probably not going to use him, you still want to try to increase value in certain places. He's top 9. Might want to play him, even though he's only 65. Better than an AHL. So let's do him. Yeah, it's him. Crop. Put him in there. There we are. Probably even want to put him on the second line. Cool. Now, any defenseman I'm missing? Probably not. D'Angelo's. Oh, he's top 6. You know what? Let's bring him up. Let's send down that other guy. What the hell? Let's use D'Angelo. Oh, he's offensive. We want to see if we can get him good. Let's bring up D'Angelo. I know Spruill's top 6 as well, but he doesn't matter as much. No. Let's bring up D'Angelo and then send down that one dude. 75 guy. Yeah, Kemper. Let's do that. That looks good. So yeah, usually I edit out line changes. I thought this wouldn't take any time at all, so I kind of kept it in here. I might edit it out anyway. There we are. Now we should be good after this. Whatever, I don't even care. AHL, I don't even care. Just put someone in here. There we go. And the goalie situation, those 2 crap guys. There we are. Okay, so now we're good. Oh, I thought we were. There we go. Now we'll be good. Once I put in D'Angelo. There we go. All right. So now the lines are set. We've made a bunch of trades to get a bunch of picks, and now we start speed simming, basically. So we just kind of go to the deadline. I'm not worried about stats. I'm not worried about too much. I will check them and stuff as we go, but we'll just basically be simming as far as we can. So I'll sim all the way up to the deadline, reassess, see if we want to make any more moves from there. But for the most part, we're just trying to tank here, and I think we should. I mean, our team is pretty bad, but you'll be surprised. EA though, we might actually find that we have a better team than we thought. So our preseason did pretty good. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. There we go. As long as we score a lot when we lose, that's what I love to see. I don't care if we lose. Just get like 3 or 4 goals if we lose. That's what I want. All right. Try some defensemen here. So last night, if you weren't on the stream, it got pretty. We started figuring it out. It was definitely a lot of fun. It's definitely different, and it's actually a lot different from how I. Holy crap! 10-1 loss. It's a lot different from what I did in NHL 17 too, because there we were just like. The goal was to have a really strong offensive core, then a weak defensive core, and a weak goaltender. But in this one, you can have a good goaltender, and you can have a good defensive core. They just have to be offensive-type players. So that's the difference of the two. But I do think there's a way that you can win the Stanley Cup by doing this and have a really successful franchise. So that's the goal here. Trying to cheese the cheese, basically. Hickman, this is bullcrap. I don't even want to be bothered by you guys. I'll make my trades. They got Shattenkirk and Stahl on the block now. I'll take him off. I don't know why. I'll take him off. I guess I want Shattenkirk to have a good season, so. He's got really strong offensive stats, and playing with that first line, we'll have to see. We'll have to see if we can get him good. Or at least get him to have a decent year. And to get statistical growth. Like, jump up to like an 88 or something like that. That would be amazing if we could get that to happen. So we're not completely tanking, but we're still having a bad enough year. But that's kind of what happens. The transition years, sometimes you can just kind of do good for no reason. But we seem to be falling further off now. But that's what I like. 3 losses in a row, but we got 3 goals and 2 goals. 3 goals for once and 4 goals for twice. That's beautiful. That's what you like to see. Because you want to make sure certain guys are scoring. That's all you're trying to go for. You're trying to see if you can get guys to get statistical growth. And how do they get that? Great seasons with a lot of points. So that's what we're shooting for here. And we are really starting to lose now. That's good. All right, couple wins in a row. Not so good. There you go. Loss with 4 goals for. There we go. Another loss with 3 goals for. All right, looking good. Plan's working out so far. Looking pretty good. And Hartford's doing bad too, but I mean, we kind of figured that would happen. I gave them no good goalies. All right, keep scouting around. So we will reassess at the deadline, see if we want to move anyone else. If it doesn't look like Shattenkirk's getting that, or... Oh my god, what the hell? Big old winning streak right there. 4 games, hype! And then we get shut out, twice. Okay, 6... we won in a shootout. Lost with 3 goals for, hell yeah! So I think our goals for are actually looking decent enough this year with how we're doing. But goals against is going to be terrible, which is exactly what we want. Okay, scout here now. Defenseman 3 weeks. We go to America next. So we pretty much, you kind of know who's in the first year draft, so you kind of know who to look for. That makes it easier, but it also kind of makes it more stagnant. I don't even enjoy the first couple of years. Well, the first year especially. I don't even enjoy it as much as some of the later years because I love computer generated stuff, man. It's always a surprise. There we go. 5 goals for and a loss. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. We lost to Philly 8-5. That is hilarious. All right, LA. Another scout. America. Time to check out America. We'll do 3 and 2 here because there's only 48 defensemen. Tough loss. Yeah, not getting enough goals in those losses, guys. Come on. I want to see 3 or more. All right, Toronto. We win. And we get shut out. And then we win. And then... There we go. Lost with a lot of goals. We get a point, sure, but we get a loss at least. A lot of goals. All right, I'm actually interested to see what the stats are here at the deadline. All right, scouting. Defenseman 2 weeks. All righty. See what's going to happen here. Losing some games, that's good. There we go. All right. Looking like a solid tank now. Oh my god, hell yeah! 11-6 loss, that's what I'm talking about. Make hockey the 80s again, Jesus. Alright. Come on now, oh, it's gonna make me scout too. Yeah. There we go. Alright, let's go to the SHL here. Probably a 3 and 2 job there as well. Alright, so here we are at the deadline, 24, 34, and 5. Yeah. Zuccarello, 53-point season so far. It's not amazing, but with his overall, might be good enough to get statistical growth. Shattenkirk, probably not. Yeah, I wanted him to get more. 44 points. He could still get more, but it's definitely not enough. Miller, Hayes. Yeah, I don't think any of the... Zuccarello's really the only one who has a shot of getting that. Let me see what I can do here to make this better. 141 shots. He takes a decent amount of shots. Doesn't score a lot, though. Well, we could still get some statistical growth, but it's kind of unlikely with Zuccarello there. Being what he is. Already an 84. I mean, it could work. It might. So, let me see if I can optimize these lines any better than I have already. And then we'll continue. I don't think I'm going to sell anything. Oh, what the hell? Did I not? Okay, I thought I was going to click on line. I must have hit right on accident very quickly. Whoops. All right, let's go to it. Come on. What the? Damn. Come on, game. Catch up with me. Trying to go fast here. Okay. Now, this guy's doing... Oh, he's demoralized. Oh, he's doing terribly. I was hoping he'd actually have a good year, but he's doing god-awful. Yeah, we actually only have one line doing good, and it's this line. Well, Kreider's doing really good where he is. I bet it's probably our power play a little bit. Yeah, we got Kreider up here. That's part of the reason. Let me take him off and put that Buchnevich guy up here. Yeah, I'll keep Zuccarello going. Shattenkirk and Shea, yeah, sure. Just because I'd like to increase that guy's value by getting him to grow. He's not having a fun year, so let's give him power play time. And that could help a bit. Yeah, Pavlik's doing terrible. Both goalies most likely. Yeah, good. Okay. So they're not going to get statistical growth, obviously. But and can I don't think I could give... The only thing I could think that'd help out Shattenkirk with is double shifting him. Which I might do on the power play. Let me double shift Shattenkirk on the power play. Oh, yeah, we need D'Angelo in here. What am I thinking? Forgot about that. We'll put him in there. There we go. We'll double shift Shattenkirk on the power play. See if we can get him a bit more so we can try to get him to get statistical growth and then trade him off. But I don't know if it's going to work. Yeah, I don't think I want to sell anything more here. I'm kind of want to see where the guys take us. I could trade that top 6 guy, but I want to see. He's still young enough. He's only 22. He's got plenty of time to try to... We can get more value out of him. So, no need to trade him yet. Unless he's got really good value in that top 6. At 22, though, I don't think he would. Let me just check that. I might consider trading him. Hold on. What kind of value is going to have on him? I don't think he had that much, though. No, he's down here. That's not that much. No. Oh yeah, we got to get him to grow, and then yeah, that's not enough. It might not ever work out, but I want to at least try to get it more value out of that. All right, so we'll continue. Let's go through here, and we'll go to the end of the season, and then we'll sim up to the draft and get all the scouting done and stuff like that. I think I'll start with the draft in each. I was thinking if I should do the draft in this one, or I might start with a draft each year. That way, because we're probably going to get 1 year done in these first 5 years. Every episode is going to be like an entire year, basically. We're just kind of flying through. It's like I said, more of a speed run type thing. So I think we'll start with the draft in the next episode, and we'll have like each episode start with a draft. That will be fun. Sounds about right. Okay, anyway. Defense, 2 weeks here. Keep scouting. How we doing? I haven't really been paying attention. Still losing. Good. For the most part. Alright. Some of those losses, we're not getting enough goals. Whatever. We're still going to have a great pick. Our AHL team tank, too. That's a new meta. Make our AHL team tank. It improves your chances at the lottery. That's a complete lie. Don't listen to me. Alright, so 2-1 here, yeah. Not too many Finns. All right, win there. Damn it. We should have got 5 goals in that game. All right. Not a lot of goal scoring at the end of the year, but we may get some statistical growth. We may. All right, AHL is all ended, so yeah. All right, so here we are, end of all the seasons. So we'll check out what we got. We can speculate about the growth. Zuccarello, 67-point season. I don't know if that's enough to get him statistical growth. It might be. I don't know if that's quite enough, though. Yeah, no one else had a great... Yeah, Shattenkirk, yeah, he didn't even do that good. I tried to double shift him, helping him out. Didn't get him too much more. Don't think that's enough to get him statistical growth. And it's kind of weird that he's got 92 offensive stats. You'd think he would kind of get a lot more than he does, but whatever. He's probably just on a shit team. But we're still gonna try. We still got a few years left with him. I would still like to try to have him have like one crazy good year where he gets a lot of growth, a bump. But as of now, not looking insanely strong. Yeah. Zuccarello's really the only one who has a chance to get statistical growth, and I don't know if that's enough. It's close to a 70-point season. That's an 84. That is really good. But is it enough? That's the question. If it is, it's perfect. We'll have 1 year to, yeah. We'll be able to trade him and crap like that. You know, Desharnais, though, 77 overall. With a 44-point season. That may be enough for a slight boost. Hoodler, 50-point season again. He could go up to like an 83 or something. In which case, we extend and trade or something like that. I mean, it's not bad, but yeah, from like the main guys that we were looking for, not really got anything. This Buchnevich guy's trash. He didn't do jack squat. Shea, though, did he get any growth? Not really, no. How about D'Angelo? Did he look like he jumped up a bit? He's a 78, which is definitely real growth. But, yeah, hopefully we get some off-season jumps. But if we don't, we don't. I just really wanted to try to get Shea better for the sole purpose of being able to trade the guy for more. We'll have to sign him next year, but that's not a big deal. All right, anyway, look at those minuses, man. That's horrific. All right, so we'll check around the league. Just not really spend too much time on it. It doesn't really matter, but we could take a look at some of the point scorers here. Oh my God, Matthews actually led the league in points for once. He had an 88-point season. Jesus, what? Is this even real? And Matthews had a lot more assists than he had goals. Is this real? This is crazy. Ovi led in goals with 54. This is insane. Wasn't even like a high-scoring year either. Craziness. Fowler's winning the... What the hell? This is the weirdest year ever. Fowler's winning the Norris. Okay. Weird... And Jones is winning the Vezina. The Sharks did hella good. Okay. This is crazy. And, oh my God, Hellebuck's up here. You know, yeah, this is fake. This is all fake news right now. We all know Hellebuck's terrible. That's awesome. Jonesy, winning that Vezina. All right. Some crazy stuff happened here. Who's the Rookie of the Year? Besser. Yep, that makes sense. He didn't get him too many goals, though. Not realistic. Yeah, he beat out Barzal. And Heischer. And everyone. And the rookie goalies, no one really. Besides Jerry, but that's not good enough. All right. Well, in the next episode, we'll have our first draft happen, but the first year has been completed. We blew up the team, made some trades, collected a bunch of picks, and next video we'll do year 2 and have that draft done. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this. I really do. I think this series could be a lot of fun. It had pretty good reception on the stream last night. But if you do, please leave a like. It helps out a lot, and we can get this series started off in the right direction. So thank you guys very much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in year 2.